had discussed money, and
Yeah.
we had discussed how in our field, there does seem to be trouble for some people to make money. There also seems to be, with some practitioners, an attitude that, we're not in it for the money. Why should we make money? I also think sometimes it's just hard because it's a service to value ourselves enough to, as you've said, invest in ourselves, but also charge for our time and feel confident with it. So I know you're planning in this new platform to address that. Could you maybe address a little of it now?
Yeah, absolutely. So most of the teaching I do is TCM, obviously,
Right.
but I always include a marketing module. I always include, even if it's a little tiny bit in the day, but in the diploma, there's a whole marketing module. And one of the first things we do, or I guide you through, is a genograph. I don't know if you've ever done one of those.
I have not, but I've heard you talk about it.
Yeah. So this is the idea of, you plot out your family tree, but you lay a filter on it of whatever you want. You can lay any kind of filter, but for our purposes, it's money filter.
Okay.
So I think the best place to start is to unpick some of the stuff that we've been brought up with, some of the attitudes we've imbibed about money, some of the things that we've been taught and that might be holding us back as being not applicable anymore. And the other thing I see is that I think it's really important for us as women to say out loud how much we earn, and not in a boastful way, but in a way that says, I've been there, you can too, and in a way that says, I'm proud of it, not I'm going to say it and apologize for it. I also want to say that it's really different, because when you guys are, I'm understanding you guys pay so much money. You take out huge loans to become acupuncturists.
Yes.
And for a lot of people, you're working your way out of debt in a way that we don't have in the UK. I worked my way through college, but it was affordable.
Oh no, acupuncture school, I mean, we're talking like 50 to 100 grand worth of debt, probably.
Yeah, it's a massive amount of debt.
Yes.
So it's a slightly different paradigm. I'm coming in from the UK, from kind of an even playing field, if you like, and you guys are in a way coming from behind because you've got all this debt before you can make profit. So I think I want to be really careful about not being hypocritical about this. I don't have the experience, so I can talk about the theory of planning, how you are going to get out of that debt. But I want to be clear that I do think that it is possible to be successful in what we do. I think we just have to be really clear on what it is, who we are and what we want to do, whether we're running a multi-bed and we only want to focus on low-cost acupuncture, whether we want to be the most exclusive person in the world. I think you can be successful as long as you get really clear on what it is that you want to do and how much you want to charge and the profit you expect to make, and not just wing it. Because I see a lot of people just winging it. I'm just pick a number and, I'll deal with it. And they don't know how much money they're planning to make every month. They only get to the end of the month and realize if they can or can't pay their bills. So I'm really big on women, if they don't have the skills, learning those skills or paying someone to have the skills or working with an accountant to get those skills, because I think a lot of our fear about money holds us back from being successful.
I agree.
And sometimes, and a lot of the time, those skills are not God-given. The way women are raised, we're not taught about money, but our male counterparts often are.
Oh, yes. And think about this. Remember what you said about mentioning how much you make with pride? Think about how much more men will talk about that than women.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. So, and I think it's partly we don't want to be seen as being boastful or,
Right.
But I kind of like talking about it because I want to redefine that a little bit. There are a lot of fantastic women doing amazing stuff in our profession, but we don't hear about it.
We certainly don't hear about it enough.
Enough,
I think. Right. And we don't, and this is again, when it comes to is, I think perhaps part of the thing is you do talk about yourself, and I feel you talk about yourself with confidence. And
good, because a lot of work went into that.
Yes. But you know what? I think isn't that part of what you're going to be teaching as well, is how to speak with confidence, how to control a conversation? Yeah. Because I think those are important tools for acupuncturists.
The diploma isn't launched yet. And as you and I discussed, I'm keeping it quite small. Not everybody who wants to train with me will be able to, because what I want to do is keep it to a really high level.
Right.
So if you're interested in coming on board and either training with me or
Mhm.
participating in the training that I'm setting up for next year, which is going to be less TCM and more about the things we've been talking about, money and confidence and boundaries and things like
Right.
that, then you can pop on to the page on my website, which is fertilitysupport.co.uk /diploma online, and I will give you that URL and you can sign up. So you'll be notified, you'll be on my mailing list and you'll be notified when we go live. So I tend to not do much beyond my mailing list. I do a little bit of posting on my Facebook page, but the mailing list is where all the special offers come and the first look at everything comes. So if anyone is interested, then that's the place to sign up, and there will be CEU points attached by the time we go live.
Okay, great. And you are working on getting those CEUs/CPDs approved for the US, correct?
Yes, I am US, Canada, and Australia.
That's wonderful. Okay, great. Well, thank you so much, Naava. I have really enjoyed talking to you. This is great, and I hope we have another conversation.
Well, we will, because you're going to be in the follow-up blog.
Oh. All right, I'm looking forward to it. And yeah, thank you so much.
Yay! We did it.
Folks,
Finally.
we did it. All right.